Good afternoon, everybody. It's been a while because I fell I fell outside and busted my foot, and could not, for the life of me, sit down in any comfortable way at the computer to stream. So that was fun. So it's back to hunting Omanyte today. So I apologize, I'm kind of back in my dark little corner. But I got tired of the other arrangement in the room, so... I would open up more of my curtains, but it's still like 90-something degrees outside. It's so hot. It's hot. Hot, 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 hot. But I hope you guys have had a good, what, about a week and a half now? Well, it's not been too bad. It's that time of year where I'm slightly jealous of the people who get to go to Worlds. But, as always, I hope they have fun. And given current things, I hope they stay safe. And here's to hoping I can get this guy today. But guys, I tripped in the yard and fell going to the mailbox. I had a plan Thursday before last. I was gonna take a shower, gonna go check the mail, was gonna stream a little bit early because I had a job interview that day, not for anything glorious, but just, you know, at least something part-time. And I overbalanced where they cut a new curve in the yard, rolled my foot underneath me, fell, and could not walk on it for, well, I only started walking on it again yesterday, so. My gaming chair made a very good foot prop. Curious to see though that if any of the PokeTubers will get to do a little bit of video footage of the demo. I know usually there's someone takes pictures or, you know, does a video standing behind someone. But apparently to play the demo you have to register, which I guess makes sense. Get me a better light. I actually sat down though and started me a new game of Omanyte. I didn't get it beat because my brain decided I was gonna sit down and catch everything on every route and then try and keep them all within the same levels. To an extent, at least till most of them like evolved. So I'm on route like 6 or 7 now, trying to get a Doduo. Because I've accidentally knocked out like 4 of them. Yes, Dr. Fossil. We want to go again. Oh my god, I was about to say so much TV, but I guess technically I watched so much YouTube. Got a bunch of the Stephen King miniseries and stuff on YouTube. I watched The Langoliers, and I rewatched Rose Red, Storm of the Century, and The Stand. Hope whoever they're going after is okay. Rewatched a bunch of Jon Stone stuff and Tia Wilson's $1 house renovation. Rewatched PM7 and M&J TV. Say Cobblemon, that was fun. Slept a lot. Oh my god, I slept so much. I think the first day after I fell and was more or less, I can't say bedbound because I sat in my opposite chair for most of it. I think I spent probably at least 60% of my day just napping on and off. My poor foot was so swollen. Stella is so mad at me. Poor baby I haven't been able to take her on a walk in almost 2 weeks. But I should be able to take her later this week, so she'll be happy for that. Still can't quite get a shoe on. My swelling is gone, but I'm still fairly bruised, and it hurts to flatten out my toes to slide my sneakers on. So, you know, that's always lots of fun. I watched a short yesterday, day before, and just like the thumbnail they used for it, it's like, here's a global event people have failed, and it's the current Chin Pao event. And it was like, but this one's not over. How have we failed it? And they were talking about one that apparently ran in first. I don't remember if it was Sun and Moon or Ultra Sun and Moon, where we had to catch like 100 million Pokemon. And that's ridiculous. Yeah. They did mention it being one of the first global events though, and it's like, no dude, I think the first global Pokemon event was the trading 1 million Vivillon, oh, not Vivillon, 1 million Pokemon over GTS for the fancy pattern Vivillon. Okay, I thought I'd frozen for a second. It's like, no, my capture card's been doing so good the past couple of days. I didn't really do any shiny hunting while I was down and out. Like, I couldn't really sit in my chair, like I said. Didn't have a position I could take that was comfortable to sit in my chair with my foot propped up. My cat has been the biggest blanket hog for the past week. I couldn't exactly crawl under my blankets because I've been sleeping with my foot propped up just on a pillow. And I don't know if it's because I'm hurting or what, but the cat's been sleeping with me every night, which I don't generally mind. But he ends up with 90% of the blanket. He came and snuggled up with me last night, and I wasn't quite ready to sleep yet, so I'm sitting on my phone, scrolling through YouTube shorts. And I move to kind of get re-comfortable, and he's got maybe not 90% of the blanket, but like 80% of this blanket pinned underneath him. So I tossed the blanket off, got up, went into the living room to get one of the other kind of bigger throw blankets, came back into the bedroom and slept under it. Come on, dude. I've not been able to shiny hunt in a week. You could be nice and have one of these ones today be purple. It'd be very much appreciated. I was supposed to be finished with you by now. Dang it. I watched so much of like the Reddit YouTube readers. Went through more or less an entire Reddit group playlist. She's got a nice voice. She's fun to listen to. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm gonna have to sneeze again in a moment. Oh, excuse me. I don't know where those came from. But I got to see my sister over the weekend, which was nice. It's been a while since they were able to come visit. I think they're gonna try and come visit again in a couple of weeks. None of you are purple. And I am over odds. Not horribly, horribly, terribly over odds, but I am over odds. But as far as I'm aware, streaming schedule should be usual this week. Today and tomorrow, and then Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Not counting for any further shenanigans or injuries. We we should maybe be getting new Legends information this weekend. Not counting just the demo, of course. But well, no, maybe not. Because I doubt they're gonna have a Legends ZA combat portion in next year's Worlds. Well, we still might though. Because we are closer now to the release of Pokemon Legends than we would usually be, say, to the release of Gen 9 or 8. So maybe we might get some information at the closing ceremony this Sunday. Which will be... I can't say what time. It'll be in the evening though, at least for me. I don't remember what time the closing ceremony actually was last year because, was it Japan last year? Or was it Hawaii last year? No, it was Japan last year? No. Yes? No, it was Hawaii last year. Yeah, because it was Britain, Japan, because we got Sinistcha, and then it was Hawaii last year, and then this year's Anaheim, and next year it's California. I remember being super confused as to where Anaheim was last year because it's not actually a city I hear a ton about, just where I live. If they'd have done San Francisco first, I'd have been less confused. Maybe sometime in the next 5 or so years, just depending how stuff goes, and where they're being held, of course. It wouldn't be one in another country, more than likely. I don't think I'd be brave enough to travel to one of those by myself, but in the US, I probably would be okay. Excuse me. Finally able to give my sister her blanket. Got a picture yesterday of it spread out all over her bed. It looks nice. Little red lines, you annoy me. There we go. Poor Papa. So I redid a bunch of my little gamer cows up in the corner. Made different little titles there for the different game styles and game genres and stuff. Did one for regular playthrough, one for shiny hunting, one for action games, one for farming sims. Did one for just regular games I don't have one for. Did one for egg hunting. And I did one for Minecraft and Slime Rancher, because I play Minecraft and Slime Rancher on occasion. Ooh, we should be getting fairly close to the final level for Slime Rancher. I think that's supposed to come out this next update, I think. I'm not 100% certain. We might be getting the drone update before we get the final area. Which would be fine. I say final area because it'd be the final, like, story area. I'm hoping they still add a couple of friend areas where we can get more farm plots and stuff. Maybe not Odgins, Mochis, and Victors, but getting Thoras would be neat, and maybe Bobs. I think those are the only two side characters we didn't get an area for in Slime Rancher 1. I could be wrong, because I haven't played in a bit. I'll be doing 300 resurrections today. And might do an extra 100 after stream just to kind of get myself to 5,000. I'm not 100% decided on that yet. I got a phone call last Thursday that my foot wasn't broken, just really bruised and swollen. Like, the first thing I did was go take a shower. That was my big worry, that, you know, if it was broken, I didn't want to get in the shower and risk falling and making it worse. Just, yeah, your foot's just swollen and bruised. And I was like, okay, good. Like, I'm not particularly nasty because I haven't been sweaty and stuff. Like, but I'm grimy. It's like time for a shower. And it felt so nice. Need to snag this color gradient eventually for a border or something. It's a nice color gradient, the one around the text box. He's still curled up back, yeah. He's still curled up back there. I laid down earlier and took a kind of nap. I kind of napped and was kind of dozing just for a while. So he snuggled up with me, as he's been wont to do, that you can sense when I lay down. He curled up in the papasan chair with me a few times and napped. He was my main form of company. Poor Stella just spent a week and a half very confused. She's been really good though about not being able to go on a walk during the week. She ain't been overly beggy or anything. She's been frustrated, but I can walk enough now that I can at least play fetch and stuff with her in the evenings when she's kind of rambunctious. Hi, Moose. We are very much staying cool. I hope you're staying cool as well. I'm eagerly awaiting the arrival of fall. I'm so ready for fall. But that's next month. Sadly. We gotta get through these last dog days of summer first. Still not having any luck whatsoever with this fossil. I am ready for cold hoodie, sweatpants, sock weather. Sometimes. I generally only wear socks. Well, I wear socks with like my sneakers, but I generally only wear socks around the house when it's cold out. Come on, dude, be purple, please. I've been freaking daydreaming about fall again. I had a day once where I was playing Stardew Valley, and it was fall in my game, and it was August or so here, or maybe just the beginning of September, so not quite fall time. But I turned my head and looked out my window, and was extremely disappointed that just like everything was an orange tinge like it was in my game. Which, we don't really get orange tinged here. I think we get more reds and yellows and stuff on trees, but it was still such a funny moment. It's like, yes, I'm gonna look out my window and everything's gonna be orange because it's fall. I'm like, honey, that's brown. That's dead and dying grass. That'll be mowing his lawn for the last time in the season here in the next month or so. Probably a bit closer to the middle of October than September. We're a couple weeks closer to Legend CA. Are you jealous of the people who are going to get to play the demo? I feel so bad. I can't remember what you wanted me to... Legion! Hi, Legion. There we go. It took me a moment. Come on, give me shiny. I want to call him a squid, but I know he's not a squid. I'm slightly jealous of everybody who gets to go to Worlds this week. Just a little bit. Eventually, it might take me 4 more years, but eventually I'm gonna go to Worlds one year. Alright, most of the way through this first set. Yeah, those were always fun. I mean, they were never very long or anything, but you could at least sit there and amuse yourself for like an hour, hour and a half. Hopefully we'll get to see a little bit of gameplay. I kind of doubt we'll see anything new with it. But you never know. When they did the demo for Sword and Shield, we got... I don't remember if it was Yamper or Impidimp that was shown off during the demos. I think it was Impidimp. Because the only thing we learned about Yamper is that it has a heart on its butt. Which is still adorable, of course. Yeah, Sarah B. Joe made a post yesterday that he was on his way to California, I think. That poor dude is gonna spend the first 2 days there just sleeping because of jet lag. Kinda sucked to be traveling, God, what is it, probably almost a 12-hour time difference between where he lives and California. Just getting a little playable demo just to download would be super fun. I kind of doubt they're gonna do it. I think they've kind of phased those out, but we never know. They did do it for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with legendaries with megas. I don't know what megastone they would give us though. Because in Horus, they gave us the Megastone for Glalie if we were here in the US. And it was Steelix and other places, I think. And then the reward for the Sun and Moon demos was Battle Bond Greninja. Which, if Greninja gets a Mega, I'm curious to see if they will keep it Battle Bond Greninja or if they will give it something different. Because Battle Bond Greninja was kind of a gimmick to tie in with the anime a little bit. Like the Dusk form Lycanroc. Also, have you guys done your Chin Pao raids? Also, don't forget to get your shiny from the last set of raids. I'm horrible remembering which ruinous treasure is which, so go get your snail. Ninja was kind of fun. I never used him for anything. I think he's still sitting in my Pokemon bank. So I don't think you could transfer him into home. Him and the shiny Rayquaza from Horus. That's okay. I've done 2 of the recent ones. And I only did 2 because I forgot to save my game and had to close it out and restart it, and they were both my raids. But yes, that was the reward for it. I don't know if that last one was a shiny or not. I'm gonna assume not. I'll check after this one. No, the true MVPs of these shiny 5-star raids are going to be the people who sit there and do them consistently to gather Herba Mystica. Which, more power to them. I'm checking this one too, I don't know. Alright, I didn't figure that one was. Alright, almost finished with this batch. Excuse me. It would be fun to get a demo again though. It's been a while since we had one. Wouldn't even necessarily need anything out of it. Just kind of a sneak peek for what we can get into. Give us a little bit of time before the game comes out to get used to like the new battle mechanic or something. You know, give us a couple of scripted battles, let us run around and catch a couple Pokemon, and let us play with Mega Dragonite is what I figure it'll probably be the big draw in the demo. Probably Mega Dragonite and maybe one or two of the older Megas. But it'll be fun to, you know, see exactly what it is they're gonna show us in the gameplay. I have never watched RWBY. I think I've seen it a time or two, but I've never watched it myself. I don't remember if it's a game or an anime one, is it not? Like, I've seen it a time or two, but I've never interacted with any videos or anything. Nah, you're fine. Oh, I was one behind. No, we don't need to revive the Kabuto. That's later. Check this last one, because I was glancing at the screen when it flashed by. Alright, no shiny in the first batch. I'm still hoping I can maybe get the fossil shinies finished before Legends ZA comes out, but I have a feeling if I won't. I'll probably leave poor Aerodactyl hanging. Of course, if it's just Aerodactyl, I might just add him to the list of Pokemon to hunt in ZA. Oh, nice. It's kind of a sci-fi anime game, isn't it? I watched one the first season of an anime last night where it's this I don't want to get hurt, so I maxed out my defense, where this girl starts playing a new VMO RPG or VRMM, however that goes. It's a virtual reality game, and she accidentally becomes like godlike because it's a new game. And they haven't accounted, you know, for the way some characters might break things yet. High fantasy? Huh. I love Aerodactyl, but I do still want to try and play a base game of Legends Arceus and then do Pokemon Y before ZA releases. And at the rate I'm going, it's going to take me another week to get this first Omanyte. And even if I somehow get lucky enough, well, I might get lucky enough. It just depends on how fast I get the other shinies as well. But Aerodactyl is my baby. It's one of my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. I legit have one in my team on this game. It is one of those anime where I spent most of yesterday evening watching it. And when it got to time to go to bed and I finished one episode, it's like, alright, I'm done for the night. And I looked down and I had 2 episodes left in the season because it's just a 12 episode season. I was like, might as well. So I stayed up an extra 40 minutes to finish the first season. A fun little anime. You guys, you gotta help me remember that when I do the Aerodactyl hunt, if I manage to get to it before ZA drops, I want to try vertical streaming for that one, because it's a single Pokemon hunt. I still gotta set up a overlay for that one. I've never looked into it. I don't think any of my friends have watched it either, which actually might be part of why I've never had much of an interest in it. Me and a bunch of my friends are always like, hey, we watched this show, you should watch it too. I said I would at one point. I think I made a promise for a different hunt vertical a couple of months ago, but forgot what it was. But Aerodactyl seems like it would be a good one, seeing how it's a solo hunt. I probably won't do a ton of gameplay like that, but every once in a while maybe. Just have to see how the streams go. And if I ever find this Omanyte. Came across a dude, I don't remember what he was hunting for the other day. I think he was doing a reset hunt for one of the legendaries, and he was doing a vertical stream. I sat there and watched him for a couple minutes before scrolling on. Because I know how to do the setup and stuff for him, I've just never done one. I've gotten kind of mixed reviews on them. Some people are like, yeah, vertical streams are really cool. You get a bunch of new people stopping in to watch you. And then some people are like, I did half a dozen vertical streams and half a dozen of the people who came in were jerks and mean and whatnot. So I've not been horribly inclined to try it out yet. Put that over there so I don't have to stop reaching as far for it. right? He must have. Company making the company with bankrupt. By Viz? Yeah, Viz does pretty good. The anime I was watching last night was done by Funimation. And it was like, wow, that's like a blast to the past. Because I think Funimation was the company that did like Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. True, true. Like I said, I'll give it a shot. Also, generally, I need this bigger screen just because my eyesight sucks. I might look into it. I can't guarantee it'll be anytime soon, because there are half a dozen anime around to watching it. I am not always fast when it comes to watching new things. Not unless one of my friends is like, hey, sit down and watch this with me. Now. Okay. Yes, I have a second screen and I use OBS. I use Streamlabs to begin with, but I like OBS better. And I know you can do the preview screens and whatnot. That's what I use to for my game to watch while I play. Okay. Who did Funimations do then? I don't think it was Dragon Ball Z. Maybe it was Full Metal Alchemist. Actually, it might have been Full Metal Alchemist, but I meant, you know, just the ones that aired here in the US before, before we had half a dozen places to actually watch anime. But oh god, yes, I have a second screen. I was very heartbroken when I got my new computer and realized I needed to order a different cables so I could have double screens. It was it was no big deal, but it's like, I'm stuck with one screen for 3 days. My friend went through that a couple weeks ago. Her dog chewed up the cord for one of her screens and short-circuited it. So she had to wait to get her a new monitor, and she finally got a new one, and she's like, I have double screens again, thank God. Yeah, that's what I always use, is the preview projections, because the OBS screen itself is, well, not like horribly small. It is smaller than I like my gameplay to be. But no, I didn't mean that, you know, they created it. Just Funimation was what I was used to seeing at the end of, you know, the anime, the credits and whatnot. Like whichever company, was that for anime? One of the, I don't remember if it was for an anime, if it was for like freaking Robot Chicken or something, but the company that had like the monkeys is their thing. I'm gonna sit down and rewatch some of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just for the fun of it. remember one anime, what was it? I don't remember what it was called, but it was a card game anime where they fought with like the dragons and the monsters and whatnot, and you know, you had the people with the special monsters that they could hear talk, and one of the main guys is in a fight with someone and is like, I fought your biggest weakness, and it's your teacher who yells at you in class, and he looks at his rival and he laughs and he goes, the joke's on you, because outside of the classroom my teacher is my biggest fan, and she's like up in the stand in a cheerleading outfit. Oh my god, what anime was that? I don't remember. I think there were about 4 different card game animes I watched at the same time. No, it wasn't quite Bakugan. Actually, no, it might have been Bakugan. Ooh, I'll have to let my friend know. She really likes Sailor Moon, so we might watch that together. Yeah, because Bakuman was the one where they had like the monsters and they curled up into like little marbles or something. Of course, I could be wrong as well. I stopped watching it about probably after the first season, and it's been a long time since I've watched any new episodes. It could have been Duel Masters as well. I'd actually have to look it up and see. Here, let's see. 'Cause I can tell you within a moment of seeing like the anime. Yes, actually, I think it was Duel Masters. Back where it was. I just remember getting a good laugh out of the teacher scene because it was so silly. I don't think I watched that one. That one might have been one I actually missed. I remember fighting Foodons. Yeah, I think Codex was one I missed. Of course, it's also possible that depending on when it aired, we might not have had the channel for it. Because cable when I was little and Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff was airing was Kids WB, or 4Kids, or whatever it was called at that time. Whatever version of Fox Kids was going before they stopped it. And Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. And we didn't always have Nickelodeon, I don't think. One of the two we didn't have for a while, but I think it was Nickelodeon. That show was fun. It was silly and fun. The one little tiny kid character who had the cowboy hot dog. Chaotic, I don't think I watched, but I do think I remember seeing previews and stuff for it. I really enjoyed Metabots when it aired on, Metabots air on ABC Family. That one was either ABC Family or Fox. Ugh. And don't worry about it, I'm not sick. I just been a week and a half basically not talking much, so. Do any of you remember Flint Time Detective? WB Kids for Metabots? It might have been. The Saturday and Sunday cartoon channels all kind of blend together. It was WB or Fox, I think. Because I know ABC Family did Digimon. And then they did the Flint Time Detective, where like the little caveman kid was revived in the modern world and they had to go find the little monster things in the eggs. I hate it when they destroy the power scaling. God, some of the earlier animes and stuff that made it to the US were kind of weird. Of course, this was before, God, I can remember when most of, like, when Yu Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha and everything only aired on, like, Toonami on Saturday nights. Bo. I never watched that one, but I do remember it. I was never horribly interested in Bo. So it is fun to say. I think I watched maybe 2 episodes of that, waiting for something else to come on after it. It was very much a bumper anime for me. I remember when Roni Kenshin first aired. And that little bit of surprise when they actually moved Yu Yu Hakusho from Saturday nights into the weekday slot, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Yu Yu Hakusho. They did it and I want to say Roni Kenshin together, I think. Dragon Ball Z and something else, but I don't quite remember what. I remember when Naruto first started airing on TV too. And I think me and my other friend had watched like 90% of it on YouTube at that point. kind of funny to sit there and think that throughout our childhood we just kind of watched the rise of anime in the US. Like before then, I think in order to get like most anime or like any, you had to order it. But Tosai the Manslayer, yes. I remember being amazed that they let a show say damn during the like 5 o'clock time slot during the middle of the day. Because I'm thinking they only said it like 3 or 4 times, but still. That's a fun anime. Rave Master was fun. I never finished it, but I watched several episodes here and there. It was one of the ones that sometimes I would catch it and sometimes I wouldn't. I watched the beginning of Zatchbell too. That one was okay. It wasn't a favorite among my friend group, but it wasn't too bad. Didn't we all do that when we were little, though? I can vividly remember pretending to be like Pokemon trainers or Digimon, Digidestin, there we go, and whatnot at recess in school. Run around pretending to be Saiyans from Dragon Ball Z or whatever. Oh, nice. I always wanted a set of the Cloud cards from Cardcaptor Sakura. Remember that one got big enough that I think they released it as... They had the book in the cards. I don't know if you would really consider it a toy, considering it was a card set. Oh, I remember being like hyped. I wanted to learn to fly. Which is hilarious considering I don't much care for heights, but I wanted to learn to fly when I was younger. Heck, the character from Dragon Ball Z could do it, why couldn't we? I miss being that young and dumb, so I can't say dumb, well, that young and uninformed, I guess. Remember watching those episodes. But yes, Gohan teaching Videl, it was like so tempting to try and learn. You know, some part of you knows it won't work, but like, you know, what if? The fun part of being little. Like being a 5-year-old and wanting to be a dinosaur. Of course, I guess with the like blow up T-Rex costumes and stuff now, that's achievable a little bit. There is so much we have now that like little 10-year-old me would have gone nuts over. Could you imagine if we'd had some form of Pokemon Go 20 years ago? Oh. Gotta rearrange my feet real fast. Or heck, even just kind of discovering cosplay when we were younger. Because now Halloween rolls around and you go to a store and like game character costumes and stuff are mainstream, but I remember being little and like you could get movie character costumes and stuff, but you didn't often get video game character costumes unless it was like probably Mario or something. I mean, that's no worse than thinking like Power Rangers and stuff is real. What do you mean? Technically, the people are real and nothing else in there is, but the people are real. Dude, all kids are dumb. Well, okay, maybe not all kids, but most kids are that childish level of dumb. That's just being a kid. Look, if it makes you feel better, I had a kid when I was younger in same grade as me. I don't remember what grade. I'm probably old enough to that I shouldn't have believed him, but I did, who told me that he had an uncle that made like robotic Pokemon toys and he could get me one for $50, and I believed him. I think we should be thankful Power Rangers technically isn't real. I mean, would you want to live in a city where, you know, giant kaiju monsters attacked every week? I don't think I would. Could you imagine how much insurance and like, what's the city? Angel City or whatever the city from the first series of Power Rangers must have been? My little brother had one of the little morphing toys with like the gold coins inside it. Where you could flip them over and each side was like a different Power Ranger one, and there were like 4 coins or something. He had one of those, and I hated him so much for having one. Live far enough outside of the city that it's not going to be a problem for you, but work within the city to sell insurance. Yeah, that'd be a master plan there. At least, you know, until you have to replace your car 6 times in a year. You know, they'd have to have some wild insurance claim sections for places like that. I mean, the Pokemon universe probably isn't much better, but at least there you appear to get free healthcare. Oh. Now, I remember probably how no one ever found Zordon's little area there when it literally sticks up out of the ground like a castle. I'll never know. Apparently no one just went that far out into the desert. Oh, Zoids was fun. Yeah, that does suck. I mean, I'm not trusted enough to drive a vehicle, so I probably wouldn't be trusted enough to pilot a Zoids, but Zoids were fun. I used to have so many Zoids models. Like, I didn't have a ton of them, but I had, like, probably at least 10. And I had a couple of the big ones. One bad thing about the big ones, though, is they didn't move very well. You could get the smaller ones, like the Command Wolf and stuff, the ones that would move just by turning the little turn key. And they always seemed to move better than the bigger ones did. I don't think I ever saw the Jaeger model. I had a Liger Zero model, just the regular white one, and then I had the opposing, what was it, Blazing Fury, the dinosaur with the blades on its back. I had those two. Then I had a handful of the smaller ones. The Blade Raptor, I had the Brontosaurus, I had the Command Wolf, the Saber Fang, the yellow tiger. And I had one or two more. I don't quite remember which ones they were. Like I said, I didn't have a ton, but I had a little collection of them. The Blade Fury, or whatever his name was, did not like to stand up. He was so top heavy that, like, he was partially doing the splits. It's robot dinosaurs. It's giant fighting robot dinosaurs. Now I need a Lego set or something to put together. Dang it! Oh, the first 2 seasons. Yeah, the Liger Zero armor changes were pretty nice. I like the episode where they used the Panzer armor for the first time, and like he's overheating, so as soon as the fight ends, they just drop the armor, and the Liger Zero shakes like a cat. I don't. The first series ones didn't, but they did start doing some of the fusion ones towards the end. I just never really got any of those to put together. But no, you couldn't combine like the first series ones. The combiner ones were their own separate thing a little later, when Zoid's Fusers came out, which is about when I stopped watching it. I could never really get into that season. But no, Zoids was fun. Between the first season, which I don't know if it has an official tag other than Zoids, and then the second one, which was Chaotic Century, though they did great. Those two were different enough that they were both just super fun. Also, you know, I loved all the little what were they? The organoids. The little dinosaur dudes from the second series. And kind of the implication that at some point in time, like, some of them fused to the Zoids and just became a thing and like never unfused. I think there's an episode of the first series where they're talking about the organoid system, of something to do with the things inside the Zoids. I can't remember. It's been forever since I watched Zoids. I have to watch Zoids soon. I just need to make me a big list. I've been talking enough. I want to check some of these. Okay, that one of those for half a second looked shiny to me. But no, you can almost not go wrong with giant robot animals. Ooh, there is a pilot kind of for a cartoon called Talon on YouTube. That it's kind of Avatar The Last Airbender, but kind of dinosaurs. It's kind of fun. You guys should check it out. They released the pilot for it, I want to say last month, I think. Zoid models are something they should bring back. Gundams have models here in the US. I know they were like a big thing in Japan and stuff, but did they ever make it over here? I want to say yes, but I don't quite remember if they did, like, when I was younger. I don't ever distinctly remember seeing them at Walmart. It might have just been like the action figures. back when, before Walmart was a bunch of blind box things. Kind of dumb walking down an aisle of the toy aisle in Walmart and like one side of an entire aisle being blind grab boxes. Like, dang, people, do we really need this many? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I had fun with the little Minecraft ones several years ago. But back then, the section for the blind boxes was like maybe 5 feet of the shelves instead of all of one aisle, just about. Some of them do look kind of fun though. I've seen a couple of people do the book ones. They're fun, but they're not fun enough for me to spend $10 on one, unless I just have a lot of extra. How am I off center again? Oh, whoop. And well, good thing he wasn't shiny. My last few, because I've been glancing over the side screen a lot. I don't remember seeing D&D characters much myself, but then again, the little figures and stuff weren't really my thing then. Oh my god, I saw a thing where McDonald's in Japan released like a special Pokemon card, and it was just mobbed by scalpers. It was just gonna be like a 3 or 4 day promo thing, but they sold out all the cards the first day, and people were just dumping the food and stuff, and it's like, oh my god, people. Makes me think of the 25th anniversary when they released the cards at like McDonald's, and like a dozen different Pokemon YouTubers went and bought like 100 Happy Meals or more. Remember A-Drive doing a video on it, because he did that, and well, he at least donated like $3,000 or $4,000 to a local food charity, I think. But still, it's like, dude, don't do that. Don't go and order 100 Happy Meals so you can have 100 packs of these cards. Like, I know he gave a bunch of them away, but yeah, don't do that. This is why now they limit McDonald's and stuff. Funnily enough, I have never gotten a McDonald's pack of Pokemon cards, but I have a friend that she's gotten a couple of them over the past couple of years when they've done them, and she'll send me a picture of the cards she gets. Oh god. Please, Pokemon Company, don't do a McDonald's 30-year anniversary release of these cards. It's gonna be insane. I mean, do it release of the cards like they did just at Walmart and stuff. Funnily enough, I managed to find a 25th anniversary tin of like the booster packs, probably at Walmart, probably a year or two after they'd released. think I ended up with the last 10 of them. The chick said there was another one back there, but it's like, no, it's like this was the only one there, else I'd have gotten the other one too. When I got them, they were like $5 each. And it probably wouldn't be bad here, because itty bitty town, but usually when they have the Pokemon cards, I just never get a Happy Meal. I don't always go through, usually it's like my dad or something going through McDonald's and just placing the order. The one time I did go through McDonald's and they had the cards, they had a sign up at the drive-in, and it's like, you can't buy the Pokemon card pack except for you have to get a Happy Meal. I was hungry enough, a Happy Meal was not going to fill me up. Because I imagine it gets ridiculously busy in like the bigger cities and stuff. Of course, I can remember it being that way with like the teeny weeny babies and stuff. Oh my god, it was insane when that was a big craze. And just people trying to get like the Disney collection sets and whatnot. Somewhere, I don't know where, but somewhere I should have an entire set, or close to the entire set, of the Disney VHS toy collections, where they did the 4 or 5 toys for like a bunch of the Disney movies, and then they stuck them in little mock VHS cases. I had a sister who worked at McDonald's. Those have probably been lost in one of the moves, because I don't remember seeing them anytime like within the past few years. But yeah, I remember how ridiculous the crazes for this stuff could get. I'm not gonna lie, I made enough off of selling my Beanie Babies to buy my PlayStation 4. That was probably about 6 years ago, maybe 7. They sold for about $3 each. Some of the rarer ones, or like the Air Beanie Babies, do sell for a lot if you can find the right collector. But no, the Beanie Babies overall in general just didn't sell for much. No, when I say I sold Beanie Babies and got like enough for a PlayStation 4, I sold like 100 and something Beanie Babies. I had a big collection. So it wasn't 4 or 5 of them selling for like $300. It was like 100 of them selling for like $300. Because they had so many. I had a bunch of the teeny Beanie Babies and stuff too. God, what's the current, have you seen those weird little dogs that are the current thing now? I don't remember what they're called off the top of my head. I know Swoop did a video on them the other day. What were they? Let me see. I'd probably be faster to go to. Where is her other one? There we go. The Labubu, however you pronounce that, the weird little like gremlin dolls. Those are like a big thing right now. Yes. I mean, they're kind of cute. I could see it being fun to get one or two, but good lord. Like, I could see being kind of a casual collector of something like that. Oh, I'd like this one, you know, this cute little strawberry patterned monster or something. But it's like, good lord, I would not go and drop $4,000 trying to get some super rare one. Like, even when I was doing the Minecraft blind boxes, they were a maybe once a month, I might get 2 of them. On occasion, if I was doing okay money-wise, I might get 3. And I liked Minecraft enough that I generally didn't mind which ones I got. I mean, there were a few I wanted more than others that I did manage to get just out of luck, but I was generally fairly pleased with whatever I got out of those. I wasn't about to go spend $50 looking for a rabbit, little Minecraft rabbit. So funnily enough, I grabbed the first one because of the rabbit and actually managed to get it. I did fairly well getting the little Minecraft characters I wanted. I'm honestly... No, wait, Pokemon does blind boxes. We just don't tend to get them. I think I watched a person a couple weeks ago in a short open some like evolution blind boxes where you get nice little figures. So yes, I do stand corrected. Pokemon has blind boxes as well. But you generally have to order those off of like Matcha or Amazon or something. I'm actually surprised a couple of those haven't made their way into like just the Walmarts and stuff here in the US. They might have some at the more specialty gaming shops and nerd stores and whatnot. Box lunch or something might get them. I wouldn't know. We don't have a box lunch here, sadly. But people can get ridiculous about that stuff. Yes, Dr. Fossil revived my fossils. Yeah, possibly. I mean, eventually, you know, if you wait long enough after a set of something comes out, someone's going to be selling off their extras. Hey, I have 3 extra sets of this thing if anybody would like to buy them. My foot is going numb and my toes hurt. I should see how bruised some of my poor toes are. I know in the time or two I've seen some of the blind box things on Amazon. They actually have them to where you can order just whichever one you want. Because one of the ones I was actually tempted to order once was, hello, and thank you for the follow. But one of the sets I kind of wanted was the Pokemon with the balls of yarn, because I crochet. I never ended up ordering any, but I could go through and look at them and actually order whichever specific one I wanted. I'm not doing bad. I'd be doing better if this Omanyte would be shiny so I could finish this hunt already. But other than that, not too bad. Hello, Allure. I hope you're having a good day as well. Come on, shiny. I'm probably not going to get this shiny today. But you never know. I have been streaming. Well, I started streaming a couple of years ago, and then I had to stop for a while because, like, the internet and stuff around here, I couldn't keep up. But I've been streaming probably about a year and a half or so at this point. Okay, I'm not trying to be rude, but because this is following a very familiar pattern, if you're here to offer to do overlays or art or any sort of thing for my channel, I'm gonna say no. You are welcome to sit and chat with us. I do not mind, but I'm broke. And like I said, I only say this because I've had a dozen other people start out conversations that have kind of gone this way. And it's been a while since I've had someone start a conversation and kind of go this way. I had one of these a couple back I wasn't quite paying attention to. Alright, I'm good for the past ones. And sometimes I gotta double check and make sure I've not missed a shiny. But I also really like the blind boxes that are like the Pokemon with the perfume bottles. It's what they always make me think of, are like the perfume bottles, but those are usually pretty nice too. If I had money, I would have so many little Pokemon figures and stuff. And Legos. I would have so many Legos. Can I wiggle my light over a bit? It might go. Are you still there, Allure? I think we lost him. Guys, did I count this Omanyte? How many fossils do I have left? Okay, apparently I am behind. There we go. Yeah, that happens. Honestly, I'd prefer the ones that kind of drop out after you mention that you're broke and you don't want their help doing overlays and stuff, as opposed to the ones that persist and keep trying to go with the script either way. I always feel bad because the further into it they get, the more annoyed I get. Honestly, at least a third of my followers on Twitch are probably these people. Every once in a while, I guess, when Twitch goes through and gets rid of a bunch of them, I'll drop down like 4 or 5 followers. No, you're fine. I mean, it doesn't matter in the end because I have 100 fossils, so I'm always going to end on 100. I just like to try and keep my count accurate because I know I'm bad about it sometimes. It is no big deal. Oh, let's see if I can't get a last batch shiny. I should have gotten you by now, dude. But this be the way it goes sometimes. I know there's a good chance that whenever I get around to doing the legendaries in this game, probably after Legend ZA comes out, that those hunts are probably gonna, it'll be my luck, every single one of those hunts I need to do are just gonna be horrible. I might get lucky and get at least one legendary before odds, but there's one of them that's probably gonna, I'm gonna be at like 12,000 soft resets or something. Of course, I'm gonna try and see if I can't manage to get the shiny charms, seeing how I think I have most of the legendaries in home from Let's Go. And they've just been sitting in home, more or less waiting to go back into Let's Go when I restart the game. Is he still back there? I guess he got warm and comfortable. I don't think he's twitched since I got up earlier. Maybe repositioned himself a little bit, but he has been warm and cozy with my throw blanket for the past several days. I'm surprised the air conditioner hasn't kicked off. When my sister came to visit, she gave the filter and stuff, I guess, a really good scrub. So we don't know if it was her managing to clean the filter really, really good, or if us taking it off a power saver has kept it from needing to be restarted. Alright, Moose, I hope the rest of your day goes good too. I will see you later. Maybe next time you pop in, I'll be hunting in Sword. I'm still so excited to shiny hunt in Legend ZA. So I'm excited to alpha hunt in Legend ZA too, honestly. And now that I know I'll actually be doing another living alpha dex, I'll be able to start right away instead of after I beat the game. Or at least most of the way through the game. I don't quite remember with Legends Arceus when I decided I wanted to do an alpha living dex. But at some point I will have to hunt an alpha Pumpkaboo or an alpha Gorgeist for my friend Mama Blue, so she can have one of her favorite Pokemon is huge. Oh no. Are we gonna get 4 different size alpha Punkaboos and Gorgeists? I have enough trouble telling the sizes apart in all the other games. It's easy enough to tell in Pokemon Home because the images, the icons are actually different sizes. But I always have the worst time telling in the actual game. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll be nice enough to make it really easy to tell. They'll do what they did in Scarlet and Violet with like the Sinus T and stuff, and let us know in the Pokedex entry for it. I almost wish the different sizes of Pumpkaboo and stuff had like slightly different faces or something. That would have been a fun way to differentiate the sizes. But I'm so excited to see some of the Pokemon as just monsters. Big old Alpha Noivern. An Alpha Aurorus that actually looks, you know, like a huge sauropod. Also, please, guys, giant Meganium. I need a Meganium the size of the one in new Pokemon Snap. Hopefully this means we're gonna get some form of outbreaks in the in ZA, which I can't see them taking them out. But I also don't know if they'll show up on the map like they would in like Scarlet and Violet, or if it will be a zone thing. Maybe something you'll have to check once a day or something. I don't know. Hopefully it shows up in your map. Ooh. Hopefully we'll get some good shots of like menu screens and whatnot. Maybe someone will be able to go into the map in it. Show me a shiny. One of these times I'm gonna say that and the Pokemon's actually gonna be shiny. Had a chatter once last October when I was doing my shiny ghost hunting. No, my first hunt was Punkaboo. And I don't remember their name because it's been 6 or 7 months I think since they've been in chat, but they live in Canada in Vancouver. And they're like, you're gonna get a shiny in the next 6 Pokemon, and like I think 7 Pokemon later I ran into a shiny Galarian Meow. It's like, well, you were right about the shiny, but you were wrong about the Pokemon it was gonna be. That was funny. I think I have that one clipped. Or it's a short, I think. I need to start trying to do those again. But I kept forgetting with Scarlet and Violet and whatnot. I just kind of gave up on keeping up with clips and stuff from Twitch and whatnot. I know you can do clips and stuff on YouTube. I think Moose clipped me telling people to smoke weed once. Just as a joke because I got to 420 in a shiny count. I think he clipped it. I don't know if it's still up there for people to watch, but he clipped it. Please, Lord Helix. Come on, I'll practically be 1,000 over odds tomorrow. It won't quite be 1,000 over odds unless I decide to do... No, it might be 1,000 over odds, because I don't quite remember what the exact number... I can never remember the exact number for odds. I know it's 4,000 something, but... The exact number just refuses to stick in my brain. I guess so far it could be worse. I could have Johnstone shiny Fiona luck at the moment. I think he made it to like 8,000 eggs before his Fiona hatched. Also, I still need to do a Alolan Meowth and Persian, but that might wait as well. Because those will be, I'll breed for those in either Scarlet and Violet or Sword and Shield. Good thing about Meowth being in so many games. I'm still kind of surprised we haven't had a Meowth outbreak event that would give us regular Meowth, Galarian Meowth, and Alolan Meowth. But you could easily separate the 3 kinds between the 3 areas in Scarlet and Violet. It doesn't feel like Worlds should be this weekend. It feels like we should still be like a month away. Of course, it also doesn't feel like we should be 2 months out from the next Pokemon game. Well, 2 months and 4 days, more or less. Just depending on time zones. The weirdness of them releasing the game in October, I guess. Alright, should be 25 more of these guys to go. 24 more of these guys to go. I am hoping though that for the next ZA trailer we get to see more outfits and hairstyles for the male characters. Because we got a lot for the female characters in the last trailer. Excuse me. But we didn't get a ton for the male characters. Which I kind of hate it when they do that. I'm sure the boys in this will have just as many clothes options as the girls, but I don't like it when they skew it a bunch in trailers. Like, I'm sure guys would like to know what outfits they're getting other than, like the varsity kind of style jackets and the t-shirts and whatnot. So I just like seeing all the different clothes. Because I know there will be male versions of some of the female clothes, like some of the suits and stuff, and then there's the trench coat outfit, which is for both boy and girl, and there will probably be, I don't know so much about the brightly colored, like, pants and stuff, but there should be some wild t-shirts and stuff at least. Now they might do kind of the more vibrantly patterned and stuff pants for guys, because that was, I don't know if it's still a thing now, but I know a couple years ago it was a thing. I saw a dude with a pair of those pants with just kind of, they're really fun patterns and stuff, and I told him I liked his pants, and he's like, thank you. Uh-huh. I don't even remember what the pattern on his pants was now. This is probably 4 years ago now? Almost 5, maybe? It was when I went to visit Mama up in Ohio. Gonna have to get out there again eventually, or better yet, bring her here for a week or so. In winter though, because I don't need her dying from heat stroke in the summer. Little light, I either need to suck it up and finally get me a good soft light to go up above my TV screen, or I need to reposition you. The biggest majority of my light source right now is my TV screen. I can't exactly turn it up any brighter because then I blind myself. Next time we go to Walmart, I might take a look at their soft lights. I also check for an HDMI adapter as well, so I can have one to plug into my phone. For Pokemon Home stuff, probably more than anything else, because I can't play Pocket on my phone. I can't play it on my tablet either. My tablet's too old, apparently, and my phone and Pokemon Pocket just do not get along. I can't open packs, they glitch out, and I have to restart the app, so like I don't get to open packs and actually swipe through the cards. Here in a few years when I get a new phone, I'll have to go for a slightly more expensive one. I can't complain too much though, considering I think the phone I'm using now is like a $40 phone. We're not expensive phone people in this house. think my last one was $70, but I also think that that was the best option they had when Dad got me a new one when my first touchscreen phone started dying. It didn't charge one night. Had it plugged in all night, and it did that thing where there's like either a short in the charge port, and you gotta wiggle your cord for 15 minutes and lay it just right to get it to charge. And my phone charged like 3% that entire night. And I looked at Dad because he was going to the Walmart. Because I don't know if we have like an ice store or anything anywhere near us. We might have like a Samsung store or something, but it's like, Dad, please, I need a new phone. So he got me a new phone that day. I set it up that night. It was good of him. My last one had a sort of some sort, a short of some sort, and it was, you couldn't open YouTube, couldn't send people a text. It was ghost dialing numbers. It was having, at the end, it was having a full out stroke. Which had been funny, because if it had waited like 2 more weeks, I was gonna get a new phone anyways. Because there was one little like discolored bright spot on the screen, so I figured it was about to go. It just had to die before we could get to Walmart again. Like, guys, I need a phone so I know when my boss is calling. Yes, I have a fossil for you. Oh, almost finished with today's batches. Can I get a last minute shiny is the question. Well, that one was a no-go. Do I have 4 fossils left, or am I off on my count again? Nope, I am correct on my count. Alright, last 4 for today. What he wants to do for dinner after stream. The daily challenge, figuring out what exactly we want to eat. I desperately need to go through our fridge and clear out a bunch of stuff that needs tossed out, but that'll have to wait at least another day, maybe 2. I think he got cold, or he's taking a nap on the couch or in a chair. I think he got cold. I think he went outside. Bless him. Alright, last one. Shiny. You gonna be purple? No, of course not. Alright, that's it for today. I will do 300 more tomorrow in hopes that I will finally get the shiny. The shiny's kicking my butt. Alright, thank you guys for joining me and keeping me company. I appreciate it all. Appreciate it as always, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.